Hello, fur fam and Pokemon fans. Hello. Yes, I know my hair's a bit of a mess. I just kind of woke up from a nap. Welcome to today's live stream. We are talking about one of my favorite Pokemon lines of all time, Growlithe, and his evolution, Arcanine. Also, their connection to the Gen 2 legendary beasts. Now, I don't know if anybody has ever noticed this, but in the Gen 1 Pokedex, when you look at Arcanine's Pokedex entry, it categorizes him as the legendary Pokemon. And in the first season of the anime, I believe it was episode 1, where Ash gets to, I want to say, Viridian City, and he goes to the phone bank. The mural on the wall shows all three of the legendary birds from that region along with Arcanine. Now, I don't know if anybody else has ever made this connection, but have you ever noticed how Arcanine, because he's listed as a legendary Pokemon in the Pokedex, that's his category, have you ever noticed that he kind of looks like the legendary beasts from Gen 2? Now, a lot of people have theorized that the legendary beasts, being Suicune, Articuno. Sorry, I can't talk today. Being Suicune, Entei, and Raikou, were resurrected after the Burn Tower burned down from Jolteon, Flareon, and Vaporeon. I don't know if that's true, maybe, but the connections I have to talk about today have to do with Arcanine and all three of them. Now, admittedly, Suicune is a bit of a stretch. The only connection there is that they're both dogs. Even though for some reason my boss at work thinks that freaking Suicune is a horse. Do not get me started. I don't know what that's about. Like, how do you look at this beast and think horse? It makes no sense. So let's focus on the other two, Entei and Raikou. Now, Entei's kind of obvious. It's a fire dog. And so is Growlithe and Arcanine. They are fire dogs. And, Entei has that long flowing tail, and Growlithe kind of does too, and so does Arcanine. Along with that, I was looking at some images on Google last night relating to Arcanine specifically, and his shiny form looks a lot like Raikou, the electric legendary beast. Oh, hey, sweetie. Because it's yellow. And it looks like a tiger. So there's the connection to Raikou, even though his tail, Raikou's tail, is purple rather than like this tannish color, and technically Entei's is gray instead of the tan, but you get my point. Also, side note, I absolutely hate what Game Freak has done with the Paradox version of Raikou, because they made him look like a giraffe. I don't know what they were thinking. It's supposed to be a long-necked dinosaur, but this thing is yellow and black. Now, admittedly, in real life, the giraffe has brown spots instead of black stripes. But when you put a yellow and when you put a long neck on a yellow Pokemon with black stripes and such, How can you think that that looks like a freaking long necked dinosaur? Hang on a second. Sorry, trying to get more people in here. Hopefully, I can get them. I know I'm still in my pajamas, but it's my lazy day, so just ignore that. So yeah, but I think this connection is absolutely fascinating. What do you guys think? Let's have some comments here. Do you guys think that Arcanine, based on his Pokedex categorization and his general aesthetics, has anything at all to do with being a precursor to the Gen 2 legendary beasts? I think he does. I've been thinking about this a lot lately. I have so much free time on my hands, even when I'm at work, that I just think of random things. Hang on one second here. I'm just gonna. Oops. That's supposed to be. That's supposed to be. I can't spell. Sorry about that. Anyway, as I was saying, I don't know if Game Freak had this in mind when they. What? Well, now you're thinking about it, hun. I mean, think about it. In his categorization in the Pokedex, because every Pokemon has a Dex entry, and every Dex entry gives it a categorization. Technically, Growlithe is categorized as one of like the 12 puppy Pokemon, but Arcanine is listed as the legendary Pokemon. And then in the next generation, we got 3 legendary dogs. Technically, Raikou kind of a saber-toothed dog mix thing. And I still don't see how anybody can think Suicune is a horse. My boss is insane. But I guess that's what it is. So, again, the connections to Suicune are very, very limited at best and practically non-existent. But because the shiny form of Arcanine looks almost exactly, with a little bit of color difference, and the fact that Arcanine's tail doesn't quite flow the way Raikou's does, or the mane or whatever, he looks so much like Raikou. I think that is a fascinating thing. And I don't know if Game Freak had this in mind when they made the first Pokemon games and then decided to include it as a thing in the second games, or if this was just mere coincidence. But I have not seen anybody else on the internet ever make this connection. And maybe I just like Arcanine way too much and I've been thinking too much. I don't know. But what? Oh, thank you. Hey. Hopefully more people will join. This is an absolutely bizarre and fascinating theory. I don't know if this was intentional or if it was coincidental or if I just think too much, but are there any other Pokemon you think, regular Pokemon, that could possibly connect in any way at all to other legendary Pokemon? And I'm not talking paradoxes. I'm talking actual legendary Pokemon. Yeah, I do think too much, don't I? But like, seriously, think about this. Think about this. The design of Arcanine is kind of similar to Entei, not like in coloration or whatever, but because it's a dog that breathes fire and okay, yeah, Entei has that whole thing where when it barks, a volcano erupts, which is weird. But the fact that, but I don't want a brains. Okay. Anyway, and the fact that it looks kind of like a tiger, which so does Raikou. Oh, I see. Think about it later then when you do want a brains, you weirdo. um it's a fascinating thought experiment at the very least. I don't know how long I'm going to ramble about this, but are there any other Pokemon that you believe could possibly connect to legendary Pokemon either in the same generation or in the subsequent generations? I don't know. I've been thinking a lot about Arcanine just because it's fascinating. What? Barknight? It should have a third form called Barknight. What, Arcanine? And what would Barknight do? What? What would its typing be? Steel? Steel didn't exist in Gen 1. Barknight. Would it be fighting type? Turns dark? Dark didn't exist in Gen 1 either. Or are you saying it should have been added as a subsequent generation like descendants of Arcanine? I never even considered that. Like Ultra Form, or perhaps like a third evolution to it. Like Arcanine evolves into whatever Barknight is supposed to be. What? So it should have been added in Gen 2. You're saying that Arcanine should have evolved into this in Gen 2 and been like Steel Dark type? Dude, that'd be interesting, actually. Do we have any Steel Darks? Steel Dark type? Oh, I suppose maybe Bisharp or King Gambit. I don't know. But this is fascinating. This is a fascinating discussion. And descendants of Arcanine. I feel like maybe Arcanine would maybe be descended from one of the legendary beasts. That makes a little more sense. Because it's listed as the legendary Pokemon without actually being a legendary Pokemon. Because you can get it all over the place in Gen 1. But yeah, that's an interesting thought, actually. Wolf, I never considered that. Like maybe Arcanine is descended from like all three of them somehow, or at least Entei and Raikou. Because I mean, it's not a water type. He can be more legend than Mew. What? What? I'm confused. Mew is like the origin of all Pokemon. So are we just going on random tangents about legends now? Sure, why not? Oh, hey, welcome back. There are 3 people here and only 2 of you are talking. Who is the third one? Please leave a comment in the comment section so I know who you are and I can say hi. So this is interesting. This is a fascinating discussion. This is what is even going on right now. Shy person? Okay. Yeah, they do seem to be shy. But this is interesting, making Arcanine more legendary than Mew. I don't know how that would work, Feywolf. Because I mean, literally, Mew after after Arceus created literally everything, Mew created all the other Pokemon, or became all the other Pokemon. I'm not really sure how that works. Mew somehow is like the originator of all Pokemon, except for like Arceus, Palkia, Dialga, and Giratina, and the Lake Trio. That whole complicated creation theory from Gen 4. Too many legendaries. Yeah, you're not wrong, and they're just gonna keep getting more complicated. Or Game Freak just made a mistake and called them legendary. That's also possible, but I feel like this is a thing where it's just like somehow connected, you know, just like when Scarlet and Violet came out, everybody thought that Cyclizar was like a descendant or ancestor of Miraidon and Koraidon because they look so similar. It makes sense. The Unknown is a legendary, like a Z legendary Pokemon. Unknown is not legendary. Unknown is weak and practically useless. It only learns one move. Like Unknown is absolutely not legendary at all. I know some people are going to take that seriously, so it's like, no, Unknown is definitely, absolutely, 100% not a legendary Pokemon. It learns one move, and it's weak. It is so weak. Like, you could hit it with Tackle and kill it. That thing is so bad. Unknown. I mean, there is that theory that Wobbuffet is a secret unknown, or that Arceus's 1,000 arms are actually the unknown because they help shape the universe or whatever. But like, I don't know if any of that is true. There are so many complicated theories out there. I don't touch most of them because it's just weird. I mean, Loxton talked about that. I have no affiliation with most other PokeTubers because I'm a small YouTuber that has 62 subscribers. Please like and subscribe my video. Please. I need more subscribers so that I can actually make this maybe a career at some point down the line. I would love for you to subscribe. Hit that subscribe button, like, comment, share, hit the notification bell, all that jazz. Please, please, please. I know I'm going on way too long about this stuff, but like, what do you guys think? I think I'm going to probably cut this video here because but you know, this is just, it's a fascinating theory. And to my knowledge, no one else on the internet has ever made this connection. I don't know if they just completely skipped over this in the decks because Arcanine doesn't seem to be a lot of people's favorites, although that's kind of sad because Arcanine is cool. But Rattata as more legendary than known as. Wait, what? How is Rattata related even tangentially to any legendary Pokemon? What are you talking about? Hashtag Pokemon rant. Yeah, that's pretty much what this is. We're gonna have to talk about that later, Driftway Wolf. Like, what? How is Rattata? I mean, it's stronger than Unknown, sure, but like legendary, that doesn't make any sense. Neither do half the videos that I make, but that's fine. He's legendary in tournaments. What? I don't play competitive, and if you are new to this channel and you're watching this video, please know that I do make other videos besides just Pokemon videos. Most of my videos are Pokemon, but I will never, ever get any kind of political, so please do not ask me any kind of questions about politics because I really don't care. The politicians they only work for themselves. They do not work for the people. That is my whole thing. Just gonna leave that there. I don't get political. I don't get religious. I don't get into sports. I don't care about any of that. Ignore all of it. Does not matter for this channel at all. Just gonna put that out there. You want to leave comments about other things? Go for it. Yes, I'm a furry, as you'll see by my other videos. A lot of them are dance videos. Are you saying you're a legendary Pokemon? What? Apparently, people are legendaries. Legendary Foxstorm. What? Okay, this has gone a little insane. So I think I'm gonna cut it here. What? Only Pokemon chat. Love it. Yeah. Yeah. So most of my videos are about Pokemon, but I do make other videos too. I do have a TikTok that I haven't uploaded on in like 2 years, so I'm barely ever on it. Walking in text? Are you walking back home or something and you're watching my video and texting in the chat? Whatever. All right. Anyway, as I said like 4 minutes ago, I'm gonna cut it here. Please hit that subscribe button, hit that notification bell, hit the like, share this video with all your friends. I love this stuff. This is amazing. We're all completely insane here, and I love it. Just hit me with any questions you got, anything like that. What hashtag distraction? Stop it. For those of you that are unaware, I do have a new mate / boyfriend, if you don't know furry lore. Wolf is my mate. He is so fascinating and so amazing, and I love him so much. And what? Fox, knock it off. Quit it. Big dork. But yes, I love him so much, and hopefully soon I can do a video with him. Maybe in like a park or something, or he can help me do one of my videos where I'm like dancing. Apparently he knows how to sing or write songs or something, and maybe he can do a video with me where he's like, he makes a song and then he sings it while I dance to it in my fursuit. Maybe that'll be a thing. I have no idea where I'm gonna go from here with this channel. I've got like thousands of ideas and literally no way to actually make any of them work right now. But Earth, knock it off, Fox. I know you're still working on that. I'm just, throwing the idea out there. Not saying it's going to happen anytime soon, but like eventually. You have your guitar. Or are you saying, oh, yeah, you just need to get it tuned and add that extra string on it? But yes, we are going to cut it here. I've said that like 5 times now. You keep distracting me, Fox. It's your fault. With the channel, not on the planet, you dork. Oh my god. This guy right here, I don't know. Anyway. Green, what? Both of you, stop it. Good grief. What? Why are you counting now? Anyway, as I said like 8 times now, I'm going to cut it here. You guys have a lovely day and shine bright. Trying to do this and it's not working. Okay, we'll just do it that way.